The world is watching and waiting to find out who will be the next pope. The Papal Conclave gets underway tomorrow. Bradley Blackburn joins us live from Vatican City. Bradley.
Dick, there's a quiet calm here in St. Peter's Square tonight, but you can imagine the pressure cardinals are feeling as they prepare to choose the man who will be the spiritual leader for 1.4 billion Catholics. Tomorrow, they will begin making their decision as they're locked inside the splendor of the Sistine Chapel.
With Michelangelo's frescoes watching from above, the Sistine Chapel sits ready to host 133 cardinals from 70 countries as they elect a new pope. In one of the final traditions ahead of the conclave, Pope Francis's fisherman's ring and his official seal were destroyed.
Wait and see.
Many cardinals remain tight-lipped just one day before they begin voting.
We won't have a new Francis. Yeah, Francis is Francis.
To be a pope has so many different kind of job requirements, right?
CBS News Papal contributor Delia Gallagher says the first vote will establish who the real contenders are.
What would surprise you here?
An African pope. It would surprise and please me. My sense is that we'll be going back to probably an Italian pope, or at least a pope who's had a lot of experience.
Many of the rules of this conclave were set back in the 13th century after an election that lasted almost 3 years. While there's still no deadline, more recent conclaves have lasted only 2 days. And as for the white or black smoke that signals a decision, that's a relatively modern tradition dating back just more than 100 years.
And when it starts coming out, the problem is it's a little bit gray. And so you don't really know until a little bit further on. And then, of course, if it's white, the bells will start to ring. And then you know they've elected a pope.
Cameras from around the globe are already focused on that chimney, waiting for the conclave to begin. And the old-fashioned signal of a new chapter for the Catholic Church.
The conclave happens behind locked doors, but it's not just the cardinals who take an oath of secrecy. Anyone who works at the Vatican during the conclave has to take that oath, which they did today. And the punishment for breaking the vow, Dick, is excommunication from the church, serious secrecy for a decision that is going to bring joy to so many.
Indeed, Bradley. I heard they even turned off the cell phone towers around there, keep it all very under secrecy. Let me ask you this. A lot of speculation here in the U.S. about the possibility of an American pope. It's never happened. Likely, they say it won't. But what about just the influence of the American cardinals at this conclave? Is it going to be greater?
Yeah, it's interesting, Dick. You look at the numbers. There are 10 American cardinals under the age of 80 that are going to be voting. That's 10 out of 133. So it's a small number out of the whole, but it is the second largest group from a single country other than Italy. So they could have a big voice if they voted the same way. The reality, though, Dick, is that the cardinals in the United States are divided in some cases along different ideological lines. So they may not vote for the same candidate, but any number of them, Cardinal Dolan certainly could have a strong voice in this conclave and have real influence here. We have seen that or heard of it happening in conclaves past.
And indeed, he has a great influence over the American cardinals, and who knows with the rest of the cardinals. Bradley Blackburn, thank you so much, and we look forward to your reports coming up in the next few days. And we'll be following the Papal Conclave every step of the way. You can find our reporting from Vatican City, all from there to here at home, on air and online at cbsnewyork.com.